This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. Today we have two games from the second division, starting off with Roosevelt versus Gandhi. Roosevelt is number 6 in the league with 4 points, after 2 wins and 2 losses in his first 4 games. Gandhi number 18 with 1 point, after 1 draw and 3 losses. Roosevelt opened the season with 2 wins, but his last 2 games he has lost. Gandhi opened with a draw in round 1, but is now on a 3-game-long losing streak. Combined the last 5 games of these two leaders, they have lost 5. Right, and that's really what I call poor form. Now, what better opponent could Gandhi wish for when he wants to win his first victory of the season than a Roosevelt having lost his last 2 games and is in poor form himself? The map, oh the map, this is a huge continent. Resource bubbles on, Roosevelt here. Next to a jungle, but also a river. There is wheat, there is sugar, there is fish, and he is now on the eastern tip of the continent. If you look here on the minimap, you see there is also this continent that is accessible before astronomy. You can just take a boat over here and cross over, and then you have access to all of these lands, but it is not the same landmass. All the way into the west we find the starting position of Gandhi. He is at the coast, there is fish, there is marble, there is some coal and also some clams. There are a couple of rivers here available as well, but he has very little land here, so he must quickly get himself east, cross here, where the oil is, and over here to the green good lands here, and then further up here, I guess, maybe up here. This is a lot of floodplains and good stuff. So if he can expand across east up here and take some cities across up here, he could be in a good position. Now it depends a little bit what Roosevelt will do as well. So I have been babbling on for way too long. Let's just start the game and see what's happening. We are off. Roosevelt versus Gandhi, 2 leaders in really poor form, 2 leaders that wants to turn things around and start winning again. For winning again for Roosevelt, winning for the first time for Gandhi, and he has already settled a city over at that continent to his east. Roosevelt, we see 3 cities each. Gandhi is in Hinduism, Roosevelt has no religion yet. Roosevelt is first to 4 cities, and Gandhi, he is going east and he is settling all the green lands. We are past 1 AD and I didn't catch the number of cities that we had at that moment, but 5 cities, 6 cities to Gandhi. Roosevelt has adopted Gandhi's religion, by the way. That may be a trick that Roosevelt uses to get Gandhi to vote for him. Or maybe Gandhi is using it to get Roosevelt to vote for him. It depends who builds the Apostolic Palace. 8 cities Roosevelt, 7 cities Gandhi. Turn 175 is here. And 9 cities Roosevelt, 8 to Gandhi. We see Roosevelt is expanding. They have touching borders, but Gandhi is still friendly with Roosevelt. So there is that. Gandhi is now going for, well, engineering next. Roosevelt is Roosevelt is on engineering, Gandhi is on machinery. I mistook those, but now Gandhi goes for engineering himself, of course. Roosevelt 14 cities, Gandhi 12, we are at turn 218, and Roosevelt is 1.7 times as strong as Gandhi, so Gandhi is not building military units, but he is taking up, getting civil service, going for nationalism next. Roosevelt goes towards guilds, 18 cities Roosevelt now, 12 to Gandhi, Roosevelt 19, so Roosevelt is beginning to get an advantage in number of cities. He also has more score, which in turn tells a tale that he has more population, because population is very important in score. 21 cities to 12, so Roosevelt has an advantage now. Is it soon decisive though? He is 2 times as strong as Gandhi as well. So Roosevelt really has this game at the moment, 22-13 in the city count department, and Gandhi is pleased with Roosevelt, but Roosevelt, is he building up units? He has 24 cities to 13 now, 1.9 times as strong as Gandhi, down to 1.8, maybe he has stopped building units. Turn to 73. Gandhi goes for astronomy at the moment, and Roosevelt is up to 2 times the strength of Gandhi again. I haven't seen that number change, but now Roosevelt has astronomy long before Gandhi, which means that Roosevelt can settle the corners of the world and increase his city count advantage even more, 24-14 at the moment. Roosevelt going for democracy, Gandhi onto education. 24-14 still. Roosevelt on to physics next, turn 304, and Roosevelt has a golden age going. 25 cities to 15. He has founded the city up in the northeastern part. Gandhi has a city all the way in the west, which is actually the same continent. We see that it is the same continent. It crosses the border, but there we have the Diplo win, and it is Gandhi. It is Gandhi that wins his first game of the season. He built the Apostolic Palace, and it was only a matter of time before one of them would try that. Gandhi did get it turn 313 in 1886 AD, and Roosevelt has yet again given away a game. This time it is his 3rd loss in a row, and Gandhi, he has won his first game, gotten his first 2-pointer. Congratulations to Gandhi for getting his season finally off the ground, and now he is up and running. Maybe. Congratulations to Gandhi for a diplomatic victory. Let's go take a look at the statistics. Here we have the graphs. We see that Roosevelt, he is number 1 here for the most part in score, in GNP as well, in production, in food, in power, in culture. It was Gandhi that was number 1. And in espionage, we are back to Roosevelt being number 1. Now let's see on the demographics if my mouse can stop not working. Roosevelt with the GNP of 1400 for 6600, so more than Gandhi, up to 28.3 million population, only 2.9 million. Wow, that's a little bit low for India to be. But here we are the numbers, the top 6 cities and the wonders. We see the Stonehenge is the first, and 1, 2, 3, 4 BC wonders. Stonehenge, Oracle, Great Wall, Kashi Vishwanath. The top 6 cities, Gandhi is 1 and 2, Roosevelt is 3 and 4 and 5, and Gandhi is back with the 6th city. Statistics then, Roosevelt, 26 cities built, 1 religion founded, 3 golden ages, currently 39 windmills, 32 farms and 18 lumber mills and towns. Total built in your cities, 24 granaries, 22 barracks, 20 courthouses, and we see the hanging gardens, we see great libraries there, page down. Great lighthouse as well, and some more wonders. Mausoleum of Mausolus is an important one we see here. Pyramids is good, Notre Dame, and Taj Mahal. Top. Current units then. 38 longbowmen, 30 workers, 16 riflemen all the way, and a great spy at the bottom there. You trained in your cities 37 longbowmen, 32 workers, 30 settlers, 1 rifleman, let's go page down, and the last one is 1 scout, as we see here. Then kills, let's confirm 0, losses, let's confirm 0, and then let's take a look at Gandhi. Gandhi with 15 cities built, 6 religions founded, currently 21 windmills and town, 11 mines and villages. In his cities he built 14 granaries, 13 lighthouses, 11 barracks, and we see the Apostolic Palace is here, Parthenon, Oracle, and let's see, page down. We have Stonehenge, Temple of Artemis, Mahabodhi, and Temple of Solomon. And current units in your empire, 51 longbowmen, 9 fast workers, 4 macemen, all the way down to a great prophet. You trained a total of 47 archers, 35 Buddhist missionaries, 34 Jewish missionaries, and we see the list goes down to a pikeman at the bottom there. Let's go page down. And that was the last one. A pikeman was the last one. Let's go to the top. Confirm the kills to be 0, confirm the losses to be 0, and then we can go and take a look at the victory conditions screen. We see that Gandhi had less land and less population. Roosevelt had 55% of the land area. Culture was nowhere near being done, no Apollo programs. Gandhi built the Apostolic Palace, and Gandhi had 28 votes, Roosevelt 16, and Roosevelt voted for him, but we don't see it here, of course we don't. We have to go on to Gandhi to see that, but first the Roosevelt cities. Sort by population, make sure we are at the top. Atlanta 17, Seattle, Buffalo, Detroit also 17. We see is building Oxford University with 50 production in Atlanta, Sistine Chapel with 74 production in Houston, and that is basically good because that means he is building them in his highest production cities. Good happiness, good health, decentish and some good 40 plus base food cities. Base commerce is 50 plus for a lot of them, 78 for Washington. Here we see also the production then, as I mentioned, 74 Sistine Chapel, 50 Oxford, and 30 in Boston as well. Las Vegas, is that the bottom last city? Yes, that was the last city. Okay, so let's go exit and look at Gandhi then. Because then when we look at Gandhi, okay, we should now be able to take a look at the victory condition screen and look at members and diplomatic victory and see that Roosevelt has a positive 7, 5 for wisely choosing your civics, 2 for open borders, 1 for years of peace, and then a negative 1 for close borders. I think maybe 7 shouldn't quite be enough to vote for your opponent, but I've seen it down to, was it positive 4 in the past, so yeah, there is something a little bit weird about these numbers. I mean, I think I would have preferred it to be positive 10 minimum before you started voting for the others. That would mean that Diplo wins would not be as annoying, I guess. But here we are. Go back to the city lists, and this time it's Gandhi's cities then. Sort by population to see Calcutta 9 pop, Varanasi, Hyderabad 8 pops, and you see they are happy and they are neutral in health. He needs more health resources, I guess. Food is not really that much. It's relatively lowish, I have to say. And the base commerce is nothing to brag about either. And the production is relatively low. 40 production in Delhi for a Hindu mandir, that's decent. If not good, and Calcutta has 27, so that's also okay. 47 in Bombay is the best though. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. The updated league tables, Roosevelt is number 8 with his 4 points, and a positive 51 score turn difference. With a positive 51 score turn difference, how come Roosevelt doesn't win more games? This is incredible. Gandhi is number 16 with his 3 points and negative 36 score turn difference. A little bit later today, we will have the second game between Augustus Caesar and Victoria. I hope to see you back then. I am Kjotleik, this has been the Noble Leaders League. Welcome back to Augustus Caesar vs Victoria a little bit later today.